Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is on the beautiful new song by Lana Del Rey called Henry, Come On. I'm going to teach you that lovely little intro part and the chords for the whole song, but just before I do, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, press that notification bell, leave me some comments in the comment section, and if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want the tabs for this, then you can support me on my Patreon page. A link to that is in the description. I apologise about my voice. I've got a cold at the moment, so if my voice sounds a bit weird, that's why. Okay, guitars in standard tuning. Now, the little intro part, there's two lines to it. The first line sounds like this. So to play that, we're going to start with an A chord. First finger on D2, second finger on G2, third finger on B2. And we're going to play the A string, and then the G2 and the B2 3 times. So it goes. And then rest, and then it's going to go to an E chord, which is your first finger on G1, second finger A2, third finger D2. And we're going to hit the G1 and the B strings at the end of bar 1. So we've got bar 1. Keep that E chord, and we're going to go into bar 2 and play the E string, then the D2, then the E string nearest to the floor, E string nearest to your face, the B string, and then the E string. So bar 2 goes. So bars 1 and 2 together. Into bar 3, and it's based around this B power chord. So first finger A2, third finger D4, little finger on G4, and it goes. Which is the A2, D4, G4, back to the D4, A2, and then D4. So. And into bar 4, and it's based around C sharp minor. First finger A4, second finger on B5, third finger on D6, and even though we're not using it, little finger can go on G6. And you're going to play, which is A4, D6, B5, back to A4, then D6, B5, and D6. So the whole of that first line goes. On to the second line of the intro. Going back to that A chord, and you're going to play, which is A string, D2, and then G2 and B2 3 times. And then take your finger off the B string, and you're going to play the open B and the G2 at the same time. So go. Then jump to the E chord and play a D2 at the end of that bar. Into the next bar, play the E string, D2, then G1 and the B, back to E, D2, E, then take your fingers off and play an open D. Sounds wrong, but when it's quick, it works. So bar 6 goes. And into bar 7, and this is based around F sharp minor. First finger bars on the second fret, third finger A4, little finger on D4, and bar 7 goes. Which is E2, A4, G2, B, E2, D4, E2, and then B. B2 that is. Into bar 8 we've got the same chord and we're going to play, which is E2, A4, G2, and then D4, E2, D4. So bars 7 and 8 go. Okay, so the whole of that line will go. Okay, so let's put the whole of the intro together then. Here we go. Okay, on to the next line, and we've got the verse. Sounds like this. So to play that, the first chord is an A chord. First finger D2, second finger G2, third finger on B2. Play from the A string downwards. That for a bar. Then we've got an E chord. First finger on G1, second finger A2, third finger D2. Into bar 11 we've got a B chord, which is your first finger A2, third finger flat across D4, G4 and B4. Into bar 12 and we've got a C sharp minor. First finger A4, second finger on B5, third finger on D6, little finger on G6. So the first 4 bars you've got A, then E, up to B, and then C sharp minor. We'll then go back to A, and then E, and then bars 15 and 16 are F sharp minor. First finger barred on the second fret, third finger A4, little finger on D4. And the strumming pattern, all kind of just like down, down, up, down, that kind of feel. So if we put the whole line together, it sounds like this. And that line repeats, you play that twice through, so that's the verse. It then goes on to this next line, which is the bridge. We're using the same chords, just slightly different order. So A for a bar, E for a bar, B for a bar, then C sharp minor for 2 beats, and then B for 2 beats. So you'll just go in bar 20, then A for a bar, E for a bar, B for a bar, and then F sharp minor in bar 24. It lasts just under 2 bars, so basically just hold it on. No rhythm, you just hold that chord on until it hits into the chorus. So let's try putting that bridge together. Here we go. Ready, and... Okay, that takes us to the chorus. Again, we've got 2 lines of the chorus. Using the same chords, we've just got slight different orders. So it goes A for a bar, E for a bar, B for a bar, C sharp minor for 3 beats, and then that B for 1 beat. So in bar 28 it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then A for a bar, E for a bar, and then B for 2 bars. So let's play this first line of the chorus. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. to the next line of the chorus. And we've got A for a bar, E for a bar, B for a bar, and then C sharp minor for a bar. Then A for a bar, B for a bar, F sharp minor for 2 bars. And then the last 2 bars, we've got an A chord and a B chord. No rhythm, just play each chord once. Okay, so let's try this second line of the chorus. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, straight on to this next line. I've called this the instrumental, so it's in between the first chorus and the second verse. Just again, same chords, just in a different order. So C sharp minor, A, E for 2 bars, A, E, F sharp minor for 2 bars. So let's try that little instrumental. Here we go. Ready, and... That will then go back to the verse, including repeat, bridge, and then chorus, and then both lines of the chorus. And then after the second chorus, we go on to this next line, which is another instrumental. We've got A for a bar, E for a bar, B for a bar, C sharp minor for a bar, then A for a bar, E for a bar, and then F sharp minor for 2 bars. So let's play this sort of second instrumental. Here we go. Ready, and... On to the next line. So this is kind of like the third verse. There's no repeat in it. It's just got A for a bar, E for a bar, B for a bar, C sharp minor for a bar, A for a bar, E for a bar, F sharp minor for 2 bars. No rhythm, just playing each chord once. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on to the last line, the outro. We've got A for a bar, E for a bar, B for a bar, C sharp minor for 2 beats, B for 2 beats. It then repeats that and plays those 4 bars again. And then you just play the last 4 bars, which is, or last 3 bars really. A for a bar, E for a bar, and then that B just holds on for the end. Okay, so let's just try this little outro. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the whole song. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that guitar lesson and found it useful. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, press that notification bell, leave me some comments in the comment section. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. A link to that is in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I do really appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.